Welcome to another installment of Turn Up the AC Hot Takes with the Reason on a solo edition. And we're going to jump right into this one. Finally, it is here. It is upon us. The undisputed lightweight championship of the world between undefeated world champions George Kambosos Jr. and Devin the Dream Haney. Both fighters, as I mentioned, come up with undefeated records. George Kambosos comes in with a 20-0 record with 10 wins by way of knockout. Devin Haney comes into this bout with 27 wins, with 15 coming by way of knockout. It's been a long time coming for both these fighters, especially Devin Haney, who's been trying his best to force himself into this picture, into the championship picture with all the top fighters in the division. Let's talk a little bit how he got here. So, Devin Haney, in his most recent fights, has wins over two top 10 ranked fighters. Joseph Jojo Diaz in his most recent bout, where he won that fight unanimously. I had him winning, I think it was like 9-3. And then his previous fight against Jorge Linares, where I thought he dominated that fight as well. And he was in complete domination of the fight up until, I believe it was the 10th round, where Linares tagged him pretty good with a shot. And he wobbled Devin Haney's knees a little bit, but Devin Haney didn't go down. He showed the heart of a champion. He showed that he has a solid chin. He didn't go down. You know what I'm saying? He weathered the storm, and he ended up winning 11 rounds in that fight. And the only round you could say for sure that Linares won was that 10th round, where he was able to tag Devin Haney and stun him a little bit. George Kambosos Jr. Was coming off a couple of split decisions in a row, when he fought Mickey Bay and Lee Selby. Those were very close fights. He got the benefit of the decision, a split decision, but he got the decision nonetheless. Last year, he fought Teofimo Lopez in a big fight, upset of the year potentially for the year of 2021, and he was able to take the belts from Teofimo Lopez and walk away as the WBA, WBO, IBF, and Ring Magazine champion. So, and of course, that famous WBC franchise title that they tried to say made him undisputed, which we all know was false, because the true WBC champion is and has been Devin Haney. It's been that way ever since Lomachenko ducked and gave up his belt so he wouldn't have to face his mandatory in Devin Haney. Big shout out to Devin Haney, though. I wanna say right now, because he took this fight. He took basically a 3-fight deal with ESPN and Top Rank just to make this fight happen. He took a pay cut from what he's been getting for his last few fights. He let Kambosos be the A side in every way possible in this situation. He didn't complain about anything. He just wanted to make the fight happen, and he proved it. He proved that he is a warrior, and he's ready to become the youngest undisputed champion in history. Kambosos is a dog. You can't count him out, especially after his performance against Teofimo Lopez. Part of that, I think, has to do with Lopez, having outside the ring stuff going on. But nonetheless, the fight took place in the ring, and Kambosos won, including getting a knockdown against Teofimo Lopez. I think this fight is going to be action-packed. I think it's going to be very exciting. They just had their weigh-in, and Devin Haney made weight. He came in at just under the limit of 135. He weighed in at 134.92 pounds, where initially George Kambosos missed weight. And he was even, he stripped down with towels around him so he can try to see if he can make weight that way. And he was unable to as well. He had 2 hours to get under the weight. He weighed 0.36 pounds over the limit of 135. He was able to get down into the weight and officially weigh in at 134.49 pounds. making the fight official for June 4th in the States and June 5th overseas in Australia. I think this fight is going to be a very exciting fight. Devin Haney is the favorite, and I think he should be because I think he is the superior fighter. I think in every way possible, he's superior. I think he's the better boxer. He has the better footwork. Their power, I say, is pretty even. Ring IQ, I'm going with Devin Haney because he's never been in a position where he keeps himself in the best positions to win these fights, and he does what he has to do to win. I think, so talking about what actually is going to happen in the ring, I think Kambosos is going to do everything he can to make it a war, not dirty fight where he's going to be doing dirty things, but it can't be, he's not going to win a clean fight against Devin Haney because Devin Haney, in my opinion, is the superior boxer. And if they box, Devin Haney's going to box his ass off and cruise to a victory. So Kambosos has to make it a dog fight. He's got to get in there, try to, I'm not sure what the reach advantage is for Haney because I'm not looking at that right now. But off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure Devin Haney has the reach advantage over George Kambosos. So that's why I say Kambosos has to make it a dog fight. He's got to get in there, make it, phone booth type of fight where he's all up in Devin Haney and forcing Haney to fight off his back foot if he's able to. Personally, I think Devin Haney is going to, from start, initially there's going to be a couple of rounds. I think the first couple of rounds, Kambosos is going to try to get in there, try to make it rough for Devin Haney. But I think as the rounds start to go, I believe Devin Haney's boxing ability is going to be the difference. I think he's going to be able to keep Kambosos at bay, just out of Kambosos' reach, but where Devin Haney is able to use his strong jab. And I think Devin Haney is going to be able to outbox Kambosos. And because of that, I think the accumulation of shots that Devin Haney is going to land on Kambosos, I think as the fight goes on, we're going to see Kambosos have to take more risk and take more chances. In result, I believe that's going to add to where Devin Haney is. I would say Devin Haney might potentially dominate as the fight goes on when it gets to the middle, to the later rounds. And because of that, I believe he's going to outbox him. And it's not going to be one shot, but I think accumulation of shots throughout the fight is going to be the difference where Devin Haney is able to stop Kambosos. I believe in championship rounds, maybe round 11, round 12. I'm going to go round 11, actually. I think that Devin Haney is going to be able to stop Kambosos and become the youngest undisputed champion in the lightweight division and in boxing history. And then, who knows, maybe later this year, early next year, they'll have their rematch in Australia, where I don't think anything changes in that fight as well. So I believe Devin Haney is going to win this fight. I'm going to say 11th round stoppage. I think he's going to pull away after the first couple rounds. He's just going to stack up the points and pull away in the fight and force Kambosos to have to overextend and take chances, where I ultimately believe he will be able to stop Kambosos and win by 11th round stoppage. Those are my thoughts on this fight. On their way in, I'm looking forward to this fight. I've been a huge Devin Haney fan for a long time, and it's about time that he's getting his recognition for the fighter that he is. So go ahead and let me know in the comments. Comment, hate, debate, whatever you want to do. Just let me know what you think. Is Kambosos going to win? You rocking with Devin Haney? Why do you think each fighter is going to win? And let me know why I'm wrong in the comments. Just looking forward to this fight. It has been for a while. I think it's going to be exciting for the duration of the fight. And as I said, I got Devin Haney, 11th round stoppage. Accumulation of punches is what's going to ultimately give him the victory, in my opinion. So until next time, this has been Reason. Turn up the AC hot takes, and we're out.